These geniuses are racking their brains to crack a kind of game. They are dividing tasks and calculating frantically, but suddenly, at dawn, they fail again. All their efforts go to waste. What they are desperately trying to crack is a top-level war cipher, Enigma. With 50 rotors and 10 plug settings, totaling 15.9 trillion cipher combinations, it was claimed to be impossible to ever break. Relying on this cipher system, as German Nazis achieved one unstoppable victory after another, Britain's MI6 recruited 6 geniuses to decode Enigma secretly. Among them was the genius mathematician Turing. The other geniuses had already begun to frantically break the code, but Turing was tinkering all day. Since humans couldn't crack it, I'll leave it to machines. Turing aimed to design a dedicated machine to break Enigma. This was simply nonsense. The other geniuses looked at him with contempt, not taking him seriously.
Pull off this irascible genius, Wooty.
Though a genius, his emotional intelligence was low. He asked the leader for £100,000, making the leader think he was crazy. To spend £100,000 to build a broken machine, the leader didn't even think about it and immediately refused. Fine, since you won't approve it, I'll go to your leader. Who is the leader's leader? Prime Minister Churchill. This eccentric guy actually followed through. Churchill not only approved Turing's request, but also appointed him as the head of the decoding team. Upon taking office, the first thing he did was fire 2 incompetent colleagues. Now, the momentum was sufficient, but manpower was lacking. Turing could only recruit on his own. He published a crossword puzzle advertisement in the newspaper. Whoever can crack it within 10 minutes will have the opportunity to join them. In the end, 23 people successfully cracked the game and came to Fuji, only to find another crossword puzzle. This time, only the 2 of them passed, filling the previous vacancy. This beautiful girl is named Joan, who took only 15 minutes and 34 seconds, even faster than Turing's 8 minutes. Like Turing, with exceptional talent and higher emotional intelligence than Turing, she noticed his arrogance and poor social skills upon starting the job, telling him, "No matter how smart you are, the Enigma surpasses you. To crack it, utilize all available assistance." Taking Joan's advice, Turing gave an apple to a colleague, successfully easing his relationships with co-workers and gaining significant benefits. In less than 2 days, his colleagues designed a plan that increased the machine's operating speed by a full 500 times. A large-scale digital computer was built. What followed far exceeded Turing's predictions. He was a legendary genius. The latest pound includes his portrait, and Apple designed the bitten logo in his memory. It can be said that without it, there would be no modern computers and smartphones. He is the father of artificial intelligence. To crack the then most difficult Enigma, Turing developed this massive computing machine, the Turing machine. Its original purpose, besides cracking the Enigma, was also intended to use its rapid computation of large amounts of data to determine the next steps. Unfortunately, he was wrong, greatly underestimating the complexity of the Enigma's 15.9 billion cipher combinations. The Turing machine had run for several days without results. The cracking speed remained too slow, and the long displeased leader finally couldn't hold back anymore. A large crowd broke in forcefully and shut down the machine. Turing was so angry his whole body trembled, unable to say a word, just when Turing was being punished. His genius colleagues rushed in, threatening the leader that if they dared to touch Turing, they would deal with them as well. After all, back then, they were among England's top geniuses. Without them, World War II would truly have no hope. The leader was extremely angry and ultimately had no choice but to back down. They were given an additional month. If it still didn't work after that, everyone would be fired. Turing was overwhelmed and financial troubles arose again. He was already 25 years old. Still single, his parents urged him to quit his job, go home, find a man, and marry. Turing couldn't afford poverty. To keep Cheong, he took an iron wire from his pocket and wrapped it around his hand several times. Immediately, Danshi knelt on the ground and proposed to Cheong. Unexpectedly, he and the determined Yan helped him successfully crack the Enigma. This woman was a surveillance officer, specializing in listening to Nazi radio communications. Regarding the Nazis, they had personal little habits each time they sent intelligence. For example, every message would start with a word or a casually phrased sentence, which instantly inspired Turing. He suddenly realized he was on the wrong track. The Turing machine only needed to retrieve a few decrypted words, not search all settings. With 5.9 trillion cipher combinations, cracking is effortless. For example, insert Heil Hitler letters into a Turing machine. Within minutes of starting the Turing machine, all settings using that key could be retrieved. By inputting the intercepted English-Russian codes into the machine, the intelligence could be decrypted instantly.
First alpha point is directed to 53 degrees 24 minutes north and alpha point 1 degree west.
The Enigma was cracked. Who would have thought that the Enigma, hailed as unbreakable with its Heil Hitler code, would be breached? During World War II, Germany invented an encryption device called Enigma. 10 people worked day and night without sleep or food, calculating non-stop 24 hours a day. It was believed to take 20 million years to break. Yet, such a mighty device was effortlessly cracked by a genius man who defeated it with just a crossword puzzle. After decrypting the Nazis' secret intelligence half an hour later, the Nazi army was about to attack a British escort fleet. An excited team member wanted to report to the superior but was intercepted by Turing.
No! That's enough! That's enough! the U-boats.
Once the Nazis are stopped, they will realize that Enigma has been decrypted. By that time, Enigma will have been modified again, rendering all efforts futile. The intelligence decrypted by the Turing machine must be used in the most critical battles. War is brutal. To win the entire war, the civilians on the ships can only be sacrificed. Keeping it secret is harder than cracking Enigma. Turing found an MI6 officer and instructed him to suppress the news that the Enigma code had been broken using data analysis conducted by Turing, developing combat strategies to ensure they are not detected by the Nazis, thus using minimal actions to win the war. In the following 2 years, the team of geniuses continuously decrypted intelligence. Every day they were frantically calculating to decide who would live and who would die. The Battle of Stalingrad, the Battle of the Ardennes, the Normandy landings. Without the intelligence they provided, these great Wabupu battles would not have been possible. No one would know that what influenced the entire war was 6 amateur game enthusiasts gathering in a small village in southern England. Their names are unknown, yet they are unquestionably unsung heroes. Everyone was cheering and celebrating, but this genius team was disbanded. The officer ordered them to destroy the machines, burn everything, and keep it permanently secret from the world. The war ended, but going forward, the fact that Enigma was cracked cannot be revealed to the world. They can only be unsung heroes. No one knows what they had done. A person who was not favored achieved unparalleled accomplishments, but ended up with a tragic fate. In 1952, Turing was arrested for personal reasons and convicted of gross indecency. He was subjected to hormone injections, also known as chemical castration. 2 years later, unable to bear the suffering, Turing consumed a poisonous apple. Ended his own life at the age of 41. Turing's story was kept secret for over 50 years until the British Prime Minister finally issued an apology in 2009. In 2013, the British Queen granted a royal pardon, offering this great man utmost respect. Who says one must stand in the light to be a hero? No matter how many years pass in history, heroes should not be forgotten and are destined never to be forgotten.